2 years. Two, well, not really long years, but 2 years. So yeah, hello. I am SuperPigman64, and this is the 2-year anniversary video for the comeback of this channel. I have to say it like that because it's not technically the anniversary of this channel, realistically. I'm like British royalty. I have 2 birthdays. That's how it works. So yeah, this is gonna be a theoretically not 9-hour long video about everything that's happened during the last 12 months of the channel, and it should be cool and awesome and definitely worth watching. I lie to you. Please justify my existence with watch metrics, please. So yeah, 12 months, a lot has happened. I won't lie and say that it's gone a lot better than I would have expected, honestly. The channel now has over 300 subscribers, which, you know, may not sound like a lot, but for me it is. So, nah. It's more than I expected to have at this point, honestly. And yeah, it's yeah, the last 12 months have been really cool, and I hope the next 12 months will be even cooler. So yeah, so how this video is going to work is I have a list of everything that's happened over the last 12 months in a sort of chronological order, and by that I mean half the list is in chronological order and the other half isn't. So yeah, so it's cool beans. I kind of want to keep this short and sweet. I kind of don't want this to go like beyond half an hour, so forgive me if it sounds similar-wise, but I mean, you can always just watch the videos of you could always just watch every video on this channel to get up to date on the lore. I'm sure that's what people do, theoretically. So yeah, starting off with the first major thing I did. I'm not really sure what to call a 1-year time gap, other than a year, because a year sounds like 2024 when it really isn't. So yeah, the Pizza Tower. The Pizza Tower was the first playthrough I did after my 1-year anniversary video. And yeah, Pizza Tower kind of speaks for itself in terms of this channel. Yeah, Pizza Tower became an almost instant success. It's the biggest thing on this channel. It's responsible for like pretty much like 98% of all my subscribers, so yeah, I'd say that honestly, it still shocks me that Pizza Tower became as big as it was. And keep in mind, I have my bar really low when it comes to like analytics, so Pizza Tower being big, and then you look at the playlist, it's like, whoa, these are like there's like some of these only get like a few of these only have over 100 views. It's like, yeah, that's big for me, okay? That's big for me. So yeah, I did Pizza Tower, not really expecting it to blow up like it did. Again, you have to keep things in context of size. It was shocking, honestly. Numbers went up, subscribers went up, and I'm talking about the main playthrough at the moment, not. It's yeah, it was weird for me to actually have videos that were doing well, to have videos getting comments on them which, I mean, I've gotten comments before, obviously, but not as consistently as the Pizza Tower stuff was getting, which, still shocks me. I know I'm dog shit at responding to comments, but half the time I just don't know what to say, and the other half, what I have to say is just cringe. So I just had saying cringe just, well, it makes me look cringe, so I just don't respond. So yeah, the Pizza Tower stuff did really, really, really well. Channel got over 50 subscribers during that playthrough. I feel like just before it ended, so. And yeah, I know 50 seems like a lot. 50 still doesn't seem like a lot. It was to me at the time. It was more than I ever expected at that moment. And then, as kind of like a bonus thing, I did Golf 2. And that video became big for this channel. It was the first video on this channel to break 1,000 views, which is, you know, a milestone. It's also the first video to break 5,000 views. It's almost at 10,000. Almost, it's like 100 away, but I'm sure that'll happen one day. It was, yeah. Originally I did Golf 2 as kind of like a epilogue, like finale thing to the playthrough. You know, the funny thing is, like, when I did the video that was doing the original Golf level, you know, like Golf from the normal game, you know, that game we all love so much, I got a comment from someone saying asking if I had ever played Golf 2. I said I didn't, and that kind of led me down the rabbit hole that is Pizza Tower modding. So you have that comment to blame for all the CYP stuff. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for that comment, I probably would have never even bothered with CYP, and yeah, this channel would have taken a very I wouldn't be talking about this right now, would I? That's yeah. Yeah, I never honestly, when I did Golf 2, I never intended to actually do CYP stuff beyond that. Golf 2 was intended as a finale. I even say as much in the actual like video itself, that it was only going to be a one-time thing. So yeah, 2 months later I started doing a CYP weekly, because the Golf 2 was, again, the first video to get thousands of views. Like, it was big. It was like the Pizza Tower stuff was, you know, big. You know, like videos got like the video about of Don't Make a Sound. When I did that one, it got over 800, which was the highest performing video on the channel at the time. But Golf 2 blew it out the water, and then some. So I decided, you know, there might be something worth chasing here. So I decided to do so, you know, 2 months later, I decided to start doing CYP weekly, which, and I think the results speak for themselves on that front. You know, the funny thing is, I was originally going to have CYP be once a month. Yeah, that's how, because I really just didn't want to oversaturate it, I guess. I didn't want to look like I was chasing trends, I guess, if you want to say. You know, I didn't want this channel to become an only Pizza Tower channel kind of thing, and whether or not I succeeded on that front or not, you can decide on your own time. I like to think I've succeeded on that. Very little, but you probably have to alter the definition of the word succeeding, but I think I've managed it okay. So yeah, originally CYP was going to be once a month, and then I realized that was never going to work, so I changed it to once a week. And yeah, it worked. Those videos, as inconsistent as a few count may be, you know, they get subscribers, they get thousands of views sometimes, and I like doing them. I say it's a venture that worked out pretty okay. Yeah, I had no idea. Honestly, it still shocks me that Pizza Tower is still as big as a game as it is. I'm talking about the game here. Yeah, Pizza Tower was really popular. Like, if you think about it, even for an indie game, it's really popular. God, imagine if Pizza Tower got Minecraft numbers. That would have been scary. That would have been scary. It was never going to happen, but imagine a free cosmic accident that allowed Pizza Tower to become the biggest game on the planet. That would have been scary. And then and then we'd have the terrible Pizza Tower show instead of the terrible Halo TV show. I probably want to live in that reality, to be honest. Yeah. I guess I should explain how I got into Pizza Tower. See, I never knew about the game when it was in development, because I just, you know, I'm not that connected to the wider world. So when I first heard of the game, it was already out. In fact, I first heard of the game through one of those with lyrics videos. And you're probably expecting me to say, like, the Weed Pizza Time cover. But no, I actually heard it. I actually got introduced to the series from the songs, like Cold Spaghetti cover. Or cover with lyrics. Yeah, same thing. I know it's not the same thing, don't sue me. I'm not exactly what you call musically literate. So yeah, I first heard of Pizza Tower through songs. Yeah, because I'm that weirdo. And then I thought the gameplay looked neat, so I bought the game, I enjoyed it, decided to make a playthrough of it, and the rest is history. Obviously, Pizza Tower has had a big impact on this channel. It continues to do so. And I hope that it will stay that way for as long as it needs to. Until I have the numbers where I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. Until I have the numbers where I don't have to ask that question anymore, I hope Pizza Tower will continue to be the cash cow it is for me. I sure do hope so. Yeah, Pizza Tower is a fun game though. I recommend you play it if you haven't already. Though, if you're watching this video on this channel and you probably already have played Pizza Tower, and you're probably better at it than me. So, shut up, go away, never try and upstage me. Please, you know, I don't know. Go eat Domino's and die or something like that. Sure, let's go with that. But yeah, Pizza Tower, big, very big. Now let's go on to something very, very small. So yeah, now the rest of the video sucks for me because now I've gone past the part that anyone cares about. So, hooray! My watch time metrics are gonna tank. Woohoo! I'm great. I should have had it been last and not. I just made elusive hints to where it was gonna be. Hooray for me! So yeah, onward to something small. Wi-Fi pedals, which I now have to explain what everything is now. So Wi-Fi pedals is like a small little thing I do where I just play whatever multiplayer game I want to feel like playing at the time. Yeah, I've done Omega Strikers, Paladins, I did Call of Duty that one time. I did Overwatch like twice, but it's mostly Halo because I am a Halo fan. If the predominant figure on the channel banner didn't tell you otherwise. You know, the smart I use to visualize myself because well, you know, I don't think I have the voice to carry a VTuber, and VTubers are fucking expensive, so yeah, I don't think that's it for me. Really, you should look into it. VTubers cost thousands. The half decent ones cost money. And I don't have money. So subscribe so I can get money, so I can have a cringe VTuber like the rest of the internet. Maybe 15 years from now, when I'm far too old to pretend I'm an anime boy. You know, You know, I'm already past the age of consent. I'm too old for anime, so that's how that works. So yeah, waifu battles, it's a thing I do. It was something from the old days that I sort of carried on to this revival era of the channel. And it honestly, you know, will always hold a special place in my heart. I know those videos get like nothing because it's a stupid name that a 13-year-old me came up with at the time. But you know, it's something I like doing, and it just, you know, it's more of a test bed for me to try small editing things, try small video things, try smaller recording style changes. It's a test bed for me, basically. The positive thing about having no one watch them is I can do whatever I want. I get to be as racist and sexist as I want, and no one can counter me on that. Okay, I should probably asterisk. Obviously, I'm not that stupid to say stupid shit like that online. Again, I'm not popular enough to getting away to be a terrible piece of shit and get away with it. You need like I don't know. Maybe if I start putting like woke in red letters on my thumbnails, I could get away with it. But yeah, you know. Then that sort of brings into a whole list of other problems and other people that I would have to deal with all day, and yeah, that's just not fun. Why would you want to pretend you matter on the internet? Why do that? Honestly, why? So yeah, waifu battles is why I can pretend that, because, you know, it's great because I don't have to pretend I care or that I matter, because those videos don't matter because they're just dumb fun for me. And honestly, some of my favorites too, just because they're, you know, I don't have to care. Aside from like the traditional playthroughs and, you know, especially the CYB stuff, I don't have to care about how the videos turn out quality-wise because it's waifu battles. They're more for me at this point than anyone else. I mean, to be fair, I did when I did Paladins, that got surprisingly views, and when I say surprisingly, for waifu battles, I mean anything over 10 is surprising for me. It's honestly depressing how little Halo matters at this point. Paladins videos get more views than fucking Halo. Paladins! A fucking 2-bit Overwatch clone that has no support. Gets more views than Halo MCC. I refuse to play Halo Infinite because, well, I have a Halo Infinite playthrough that you can watch to get full context of that. So if you hate Halo Infinite, if you hate Halo Infinite as much as I do, I really recommend you check out that playthrough. It's my one cultural landmark on the internet that I have made Halo Infinite look like the buggiest piece of shit imaginable. That's my one cultural landmark, so of course I'm gonna advertise it. Even if it's not relevant to this video, I'm gonna advertise it. That playthrough should be engraved in Halo content creator history, but it just isn't. I really should network. I really should learn to network one day, but meh. So yeah, waifu battles is dumb fun. I love it. If you want to see the greatest Halo player in the universe die all the time, you know where to go. So if we can roll back. So speaking of buggy pieces of shit, I have to sort of segue into the next thing on my list. Technically, we're getting out of chronological order here, but this next section is so small that it just makes more sense to put it here. Starfield. So, Starfield came out, and you know, I was excited to play it. I wanted to play it. I thought it'd be good. I thought it'd be at least Fallout 4 quality. Starfield was not Fallout 4 quality. Hell, I barely said it was about Fallout 3, but so what Starfield was me attempting to do a blind playthrough of it. It was supposed to be like more of a low effort series, again, it was just a blind playthrough. It lasted all of 8 parts because Starfield, unironically, crashed like 2 times a video. It was so infuriating. The game crashed within 15 minutes of actual gameplay during part 1, which was a great warning, and I really should have taken it. So, as I was playing through Starfield, I quickly stopped having fun. 8 hours in, I don't think I even made a dent in the main story. Because I was stupid, and, you know, like in all Bethesda games, when they tell you to go straight, you immediately go right, because you want to see what all the optional stuff is. That, of course, because Starfield is more complicated than Fallout and the Elder Scrolls. I never had tutorials for anything. So I didn't know how to dock at a space station. I didn't know how to do most of it. I didn't have a jetpack. That's how little into the main story I got. I never got the jetpack. That's how far far left I went immediately. But I stopped playing for Starfield because the game just kept crashing all the time, and it just made recording videos for it not fun. And, you know, by the time the game would have been updated, everyone quickly agreed that Starfield was a mid game. So the punishment was not worth the reward, well, potential reward. Let's be honest. Yeah, maybe I'll come back to it one day. Bethesda games really need a multiplayer mode. They really just need official multiplayer at this point to make it just tolerable. I mean, once I realized that Starfield was more like the Outer Worlds, then because I was expecting it to be more than No Man's Sky, to be honest. I was expecting it. I don't know why I thought Bethesda would, you know, be technically competent, but Todd Howard is a good salesman if nothing else, so yeah. I mean, and once I realized that this is just a more tedious version of the Outer Worlds, I realized I could just be playing the Outer Worlds, so I just gave up on Starfield. So that was a fun experience. I do hope to go back to playing playthroughs. You know, I want to try that again. I may have to, because the Fallout playthrough has been delayed for like 2 weeks because people kept getting sick. But that's for later. That's for later. So yeah, Starfield was a complete waste of time, if I'm being honest. But you know, it wasn't a complete waste of time. Roscoe. Now that was an experience for me, because it was a playthrough about learning. It was definitely the biggest game I'd covered on the channel. I'd done on the channel at this point. It's over 70 parts, which I feel like double everything else I've done. It was the first, well, like, big RPG I've done for the channel, and yeah, it was a lot of learning, a lot of me realizing that I kind of have to plan ahead more when I do bigger games. So I don't just pick things randomly, you know. I did Roscoe because I wanted to see what it was like doing a longer game, and yeah, I learned that doing a longer game sucks. Yeah, I got to voice act, because Roscoe doesn't have a voice acting, so I got to do very, very good impressions, you know, of a man doing a woman's voice. My layer voice is perfection, and I will hear nothing of it. And I have proof. I have comments saying that the voice acting is good, so nah. I don't know what the award for voice acting is, but I demand to be given one now. I am just that talented. For a guy with no training, I am the best. I should have been hired for Baldur's Gate 3. I was that good. Okay, I'm joking there, but yeah, Crosscode was a learning experience for me. I feel like I learn from every playthrough I do, like how to plan better. And I feel like the voice acting, especially when it's got to the DLC, I really locked in on. You know, I still my layer voice is goated. You know, if Crosscode 2 ever gets made, you know, you know, It wouldn't be worth the PR hit of a studio hiring a man to do the voice of woman's role. You can't get away with that in that day and age. But you know, that's where my war talent comes through. No, I'm not doing a demonstration. I can trick you into watching the videos and getting watch time analytics out of that. So nah. Nina. But yeah, Crosscode was a fun time. I kind of regret how little planning I went into it, but other than the practice one, but most learning comes from failure, I suppose, so there we go. And failure is something I know a lot about, because I play Risk of Rain. Haha! Finally, a decent segue. So yeah, Risk of Rain Returns also came out, and before then I had also done a lot of Risk of Rain 2 videos for the channel, because I like roguelikes, and I like Risk of Rain 2 a lot, so naturally I was always going to play Risk of Rain Returns when it came out. My god, do I suck at Risk of Rain. Like, I am legitimately terrible. Dog shit. Apt comparison. I make, I don't know. But I feel like you can count my victories, I feel like you can count the videos where I have actual, like, victories over those games with one hand, and that's how bad I am. And I have, like, 60 videos on between those two games, so... Yeah, we're talking, like, a less than 5% win rate, like, overall, while recording. Which is fun. But yeah, so... Honestly, the Risk of Rain videos do surprisingly well. Like the last batch of Risk of Rain 2 and Risk of Rain Returns videos I did, some of them got over, like, 200 views, which is a lot for a non-Pizza Tower related video. I feel like I have to say that there has to be that caveat. I divide expectations into Pizza Tower and not Pizza Tower. And not Pizza Tower, I don't have to care about the metrics. So anything that gets like over 50 views is an achievement for me. I mean, Risk of Rain is a popular franchise. Like, it actually really is. Like, it's probably one of the more popular roguelikes. It's just, you know, no one ever talks about it because you can't make controversies out of just a good, simple, fun game. If you act like a bitter piece of shit towards Risk of Rain, you are just a bitter piece of shit, because there's very little in that game you can really, because the YouTube meta is just, making essays and, either talking really, really shitty about something you hate or really, really positively about something you love. And, you know, you can't really talk smack about Risk of Rain. Well, not in a way that would get you clickbait views. So you can't actually put a rogue with big letters over Risk of Rain, because Risk of Rain doesn't have a story. That's how it works. You just don't have a story. There's nothing to get angry over. Like, literally nothing. You can't even fake outrage over Risk of Rain. It's just impossible. Like, actually, Risk of Rain might be the perfect video game series because of that. Which means no one cares about it online, but for those of us that actually have lives and touch grass, it means that it can never be tainted. It is the one video game in the world that can never, ever fall into the wrong hands, which is great. Except it's owned by Gearbox now, which sucks. But hey, if that means Risk of Rain 3, I guess we'll just have to take it. 15 years from now, but yeah, Risk of Rain is cool games. You should play them. I've never played them with friends because I don't have friends, so I assume the co-op experience is better. But they're very fun games even if you're solo. Even if Risk of Rain Returns is a very mean game. It's just, it will kick you in the nuts, and then it will pour lemon in your eyes, because, well, your guard was down. It's just one of those kinds of games. Honestly, and while I'm here, I too want to take the moment to really, I guess, appreciate the fact that the channel has gotten so big over the last 12 months. I know 300 isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things. I can earn money, I have no cultural significance, but to be fair, it is more than I thought I would have at this moment in time. Honestly, my highest prediction, because me and my friend Blade, we talk about this channel sometimes, and at January, we predicted what we thought would the channel, how many subscribers this channel would have by December of this year. So this is why I can't use this year, because this year, you know, just gets confusing. I said 180, and he said we would have 250 by December. We hit 250 by June, so, and that was surprising, honestly. It really was like a big moment, because honestly, it made me realize that maybe this channel can be something. Even if it is only 1,000 subscribers, you know, that's still enough to earn money. And then I won't have to worry about food as much, which will be nice and great and all things. I could buy sugar and spice to make things nice. It's great. So please subscribe if you've made it this far, because give me money. I mean, everyone deserves more money, right? I'm sure everyone will agree with me on that stance. Over 300 subscribers is great, and I love it. I don't know what we'll hit by the end of the year. 400, probably. 500, probably pushing it. Like, I think any more than 500 is probably unrealistic for this point, providing the metrics stay in their normal patterns, but you never know. You never know. So I don't really have a segue into this line. So next on my list is my my random shit, because I have a playlist full of random stuff that I like. Most of those videos are just made on a whim, either through the stars aligning or just dumb shit that makes it past my impulse control. Most of those videos are shitty, but you know, some of them are alright. I think like the biggest one on there was definitely the F1 2023 Perfectly Explained, which in terms of like effort is probably my biggest video in there, because and what that video was just a collection of dumb jokes about the F1 2023 season, because I am a big F1 fan. I've been one since I was a kid, so yeah, I watch every race. It's my secret shame, okay? Besides from all the anime I watch, that's my true secret shame, but F1 is a close second. But to be fair, F1 is an anime at this point, so yeah, the two kind of merge. So, and that was a dumb video. Honestly, it's honestly one of the things I always want to do, like bigger videos for this channel. You know, stuff that is more aligned with the current YouTube meta of, you know, more scripted ideas. You know, videos that just talk about a singular topic, like shows or games or stuff like that. I've always wanted to see what it was like making one, and I am very slowly. Realistically, I've made very little progress on it at all, but I am in the middle of making one of those. But progress on it has been gargantually slow. But it will be out by the end of this year. I can't spoil anything, because when it becomes obvious what topic I'm talking about, everyone on this channel will lose all respect for me, and I will lose every single subscriber that I ever have. So, and we'll probably be arrested. So, yeah, I kind of have to. Yeah, no wonder progress has been slow. Yeah, I can't imagine why. Yeah, I've always wanted. I never get started because I am not a writer. Writing has always been something I've struggled with, so... And writing anything half decent is hard, even for people who don't struggle with writing, so... And I'm trying to make something half decent here, so... Yeah, progress on that has been slow. So I don't like, but I'll get there. It's just, I want to finish it just to prove to myself that I can do it. That's kind of the main / only reason I'm even bothering continuing with that video at this moment, but yeah, it will be out one day before December, I guarantee it. But I won't promise anything. We're almost done. We got 3 more things on the list, so honestly, not much happened between the last few months have been pretty quiet for the channel. Not much exciting has happened other than the subscriber milestones, but I did Dishonored, which was fun, because I really like Dishonored. It's a fun game, play it. I really, my mindset for that one was to lay a more, I've really try to be a little bit more immersive when it came to that playthrough with the commentary. I don't know if it worked, but to try and lean into the world more, I guess was that my goal for that one. You know, I do have ideas when I do my playthroughs. I assure you that not every single video is the same on this channel. They may look, sound, and be all the same, but I assure you the thought process behind them all is different. And for Dishonored, it was definitely making a more layered attempt to align with the game's immersion, because Dishonored is one of those games that kind of requires you to be immersed to really get the full out of the story. And Dishonored has a pretty fun story, all things considered, so I definitely tried to not downplay it as much when I did that playthrough. Again, I have no way of knowing if I succeeded, because again, it's not Pizza Tower, so no one watches it. And no one watches game playthroughs on YouTube anymore, so meh. But you know, again, I think it's obvious at this point that I don't really, I have Pizza Tower for the channel analytics, so everything else is whatever the fuck I want it to be, which is, you know, kind of freeing, honestly. I mean, I can say it because I don't earn money from this, so I can do literally whatever I want. So, anyone else who actually has YouTube as a full-time job will listen to the words I'm saying, and they will have literal panic attacks, because you're one pissed off stupid person away from losing everything. So yeah, the real world is great right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to anger that one. I don't want to get that one pissed off stupid person so early. I mean, Jesus Christ, I could get cancelled for like a week. I'd have to learn the guitar for like 2 days. It'd suck. And more jokes so I can segue into the next point on my list. I'd have to symbolically cut off my arm to prove that I'm not a hater. I think that was how it works. And then I get kicked off the internet because disabled people aren't allowed on it. That's how it works, right? Did I do a bigotism? Did I do a thing? So yeah, speaking of arms being cut off, I did a playthrough of Severed Steel. Listen, listen, okay? In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a good public speaker, okay? So yeah, I did Severed Steel, and the goal for that one was, well, the thought process behind that playthrough was to experiment with more shorter parts, which, yeah, because most of my editing time is usually spent on audio cleanup, because well, halfway through the year, my mic broke, and I had to get a new one. And I want to make sure the new one was something that would actually last, and also wasn't god-awful. And I think the new mic does its job pretty well. I never learned audio mixing, so yeah, so we're gonna get into more of my weird mic settings in like a minute, but yeah, Severed Steel was more to experiment with shorter parts, and I feel like I did okay. Again, I have no way of knowing if it worked or not because no one watches those videos, so. Although, funnily enough, one of the titles for my arts for that Severed Steel playthrough did amazingly well. Like one of the parts was assassination should be legal when done to CEOs, and it got over 70 views, but no one watched more than 10 seconds of it because they just got clickbaited by the title. So. Yeah, it was the most popular video on a playthrough by a country mile, and it was purely because of the title. People generally support assassinating wealthy CEOs of major companies. God, could you imagine what would have happened if I released that video during the fucking Trump assassination moment? I know you're not allowed to joke about that moment, but I live in the UK, so it is my civic duty to make fun of Americans every chance I get. And B, it would have been really fucking funny if it happened. Geez, Trump, have some thought for the little guy. Can't you get attempted assassinated at a more convenient time for me? When you don't know me, or my schedule, or the parts or my titles for parts, the videos that you probably never watched? Geez, Trump, no wonder people hate you. Timing. I really, really wish that video would have gotten all the views. If it happened, it would have gotten all the views and it would have been really fucking funny. again, I live in the UK, so I'm legally allowed to make fun of Donald Trump. Legally. I am the one person allowed to do it. I'm sorry you had to learn it this way. So anyway, I'll learn the guitar lessons tomorrow, because I am now going to get cancelled, making fun of the Trump assassination attempt. I'm sorry. Not sorry, but yeah. And that leads us into the last thing on my list. Fallout, which is a playthrough that is currently ongoing, which I am doing with Blade, because he has never played the OG Fallouts before, and I wanted him to experience it. And the actual reason is because I just thought that me alone wouldn't make those videos great, so I tried to rope Blade into it so I'd have, you know, something, because Fallout 1 is when you're not reading text, it's you know, pretty mid by today's standards RPG. So yeah, that I very quickly learned once editing that if I ever plan to have a playthrough where I bring Blade over to my house again, I really do need to buy a second mic, because well, just one, you listen to the videos for like a minute and you'll quickly realize what the problem is, because since I only have one mic, I do have to jam up the noise detection settings to max, so there is a chance that, you know, both our voices come through. I mean, you know how that, you know, ladies, am I, you know, because I'm not a professional that earns 15 million a year from internet, you know, I don't exactly live in a soundproof part of the world, so I have to keep my windows shut when I'm recording, and it's the middle of summer, and I hate the heat, so... And I live in the UK, and our houses are designed to trap heat, and I live in an old house, so triply designed to trap heat, because this house was built before global warming was a thing. It fucking sucks. I hate summer. I hate it so fucking much. So yeah, usually when I record, I usually have my mic settings as low as I can reasonably get away with to avoid background noise, because you know, I want to minimize editing time as much as I can. Because most of my editing is spent on audio cleanup, but yeah. So if you ever wondered why I come out so quiet, it's because my mic is as low as I can get it on voice detection. Within reason, of course. I do try to keep a happy medium, but... And I just, and some of my more quieter parts slip through while I'm editing, so... Again, my sound mixing isn't good, and it's more of a case of me just not really planning ahead when I bought the new mic. I didn't really think it through, but because it's the first professional, like, ish grade mic I've ever had, so I never really thought about... It's the first good mic I've ever had, so the fuck was I supposed to know what to do with it? I just bought it because I needed a new mic and I wanted something that would last. I assure you that I didn't really put a lot of... I probably didn't think about it as much as I should have, but, you know, I like the mic. I think it works. It's so much better than the old one. Like, if I had known that the difference in audio quality for my voice would have been so drastic, I would have just gotten a new mic eons ago, but... what can you do? What can you do? It makes, listening to so many, old videos now really awkward, because I'm now used to my voice being better sounding. It's, when the old videos and it's like, ish, I can't believe I tolerated that mic for so long. But I hope this one lasts forever. So yeah, that was everything on the list. Yeah, if you made it this far, first of all, I'm sorry, but, second of all, thank you, for being a part of this channel. It's been a very cool and awesome 12 months, and I hope the next 12 months will be even better. Maybe by this time next year we'll have like close to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. Maybe. But I guess the plan for the next 12 months is definitely to be more experimental. Just expanding my domain. You know, doing more, you know, I mentioned the bigger videos like earlier, the more scripted ones. I plan, my goal will be at least to have at least a couple of more of those in production by this time next year. I hope so. The one I'm currently making on will be done before December, and hopefully by then I'll have because I've had videos like all the time, but But I just have ideas all the time, but you know, I just never start them because, reasons. So yeah, I hope you stick around for my dumb shit, and I hope that you look forward to whatever is next. And again, thank you for being here. You are cool. They say if you build it, they will come. And well, you know, I am the greatest person in the universe, so I hope you came a lot when being here. So thanks.